Dina says this is actually normal practice in New Zealand and is called an advance directive. It's all about personal choice and the rights of the patient. As a nurse, I feel very comfortable with it, and the resuscitation status of every patient is advised each time we change shift. So they're told who does and who doesn't want to.
There is another aspect in this report that there's another box to tick that says, do you want to die at home or in hospital? Now, I'd tick that box because I would like to die at home. So if I had a decision at all, that box I would tick.
We've had so many comments on this. Carol, yes, I believe people should have a choice. My dad didn't. He was 65. We were told they would not resuscitate him. He was in so much pain, but the fact he fought for 2 days, then watching him take his last breath was heart-wrenching. Denise, I worked for the NHS for 35 years and saw 3 of my family on end-of-life care pathways and was very grateful for them. At least they were relatively comfortable and maintained their dignity. I mean, again, all of these situations are very, very different, isn't it? And it's kind of weird that at 75 you have to kind of predict what might happen.
You know the do not resuscitate? I always thought that was if they have a heart attack, you want us to use the machine to bring them back to life. But when I was reading it today, it was about if they've signed a DNR and they're on a terminal illness or whatever, you just kind of let them die by not...
I think it's nature taking its course, I suppose, that medical people would say. I'm not exactly sure how they do it. We have to be careful, obviously, how we say with that.
You have to factor in also with I mean, a lot of old people, not all, but a lot of old people feel that they are a nuisance. They feel that they're an inconvenience in life. And I think... You know, somebody rings you up and says to you, cold calls you and says, do you... I think you'd almost kind of think, oh, well, I don't want to be a bother, so yes.
Well, Andrea says that.
It's a bad message to send out, I think.
Andrea's emailed, she said, what a horrible pressure to put on our elderly, whether on their deathbed or not. Our NHS is getting worse. We should look after our elderly, not see them fit for a coffin every time they're admitted to hospital. And we have had... NHS England, who this directive has come from, have said that any discussions should be part of an ongoing, meaningful relationship between a GP and their patient.
And not a cold call.
So not a cold call. You know, I think that's very difficult.
Here, my mum, aged 77, went to A&E with a chest infection. The nurses almost had to peel us off the floor when the doctor asked how far we wished to take her treatment. She had dementia but was very healthy prior to this infection. We signed a DNR purely because at her age the recovery would have been tough from resuscitation. We felt pushed into it, though. I think this is an awful idea, and every patient deserves to be looked at on an individual basis and not just seen as an age. Yes.